That's what's happening inside your cylinder. That's oil, friends. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. You know, several of you have been asking me about Seafoam. How well does Seafoam work in your outdoor power equipment, your chainsaws, your trimmers, and your lawnmowers, and things of that nature? Now, a lot of you have seen my videos on automobiles, the right dosage to use in your fuel tank and the right dosage to use in your crankcase. So go back and watch those videos for those helpful tips. But does it actually work inside these two-stroke that don't have overhead valves or don't have fuel injectors? So we're going to put Seafoam through the test, and we're going to put mechanic in a bottle through the test, and we're also going to put ethanol through the test. Now, the makers of Mechanic in a Bottle did a video similar to what we're going to do today. It's just a basic carbon test that will pretty much answer your questions. Will Seafoam work inside these chainsaws? You know, these three products are the same in a lot of ways. This one's used for getting rid of the sludge and the oil in the crankcase. If you want to put it in there, and you put it in your fuel, and it helps get rid of some of the carbon when it sprays across the injectors and goes on top of the pistons at every power cycle of the piston. And then also, if you use the spray and you put it in your intake, it helps clean the top of the valves, the intake and the exhaust valves as well. Now, your Mechanic in a Bottle is for like your outdoor power equipment, your lawnmowers that may set over the winter. You can put some of this in the tank and then let it set for about 4 hours, and it'll break some of the sludge loose in the carburetors and things of that nature, and help it start and run great. Now, your Ethanol Shield is just what it's for. It's like to combat ethanol, but it's also to combat water. So we're going to test these products on three things. We're going to test them on carbon, and we're going to test them on water, and then we're going to light them on fire, and we're going to see how they burn and what the residue is after we get done. So let's get after it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use regular soda cans, and what they do is they use carbon stamping on the bottom of these cans. So we're going to take Seafoam, Ethanol Shield, and Mechanic in a Bottle, and we're going to put on the bottom of 3 cans, and we're going to see which one eats the carbon up the fastest, or if it'll even eat it up at all. So on our first can, we're going to put some Seafoam right on top. Let's see how that works. And then we're going to put Mechanic in a Bottle on this can. We want to make sure we get plenty. You can already see it eating the carbon. Seeing that carbon? This is crazy, y'all. Now let's try Ethanol Shield as well. Look at that. Immediately we look at the Seafoam. It is removing carbon just a little bit. Mechanic in a Bottle, we can see it is basically all gone. And if we look at the carbon on the Ethanol Shield, we can see that it too has been dissipated. And looks like the Seafoam is doing a pretty good job. So as we see here, friends, the Seafoam has done a pretty good job. It took a little bit longer than the Mechanic in the Bottle. The Mechanic in the Bottle started working almost instantaneously. We saw it start dissolving as soon as it went on there. And about the same thing with our Ethanol Shield as well. Now, I know there's other tests out there that show that Seafoam doesn't work at all, but you just saw it with your own eyes, friends. Seafoam does work. It's not as quick. Seafoam comes in third, Mechanic in the Bottle came in first, and Ethanol Shield came in second as well. So we got first, second, and third, but they all started dissolving within about 30 seconds. Instantaneously, within about 3 or 4 seconds. This one took about 25 seconds. So they all three worked, but Mechanic in the Bottle and Ethanol Shield definitely came out ahead of Seafoam. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 drop of water on the top. You can see it right there. 1 drop of water here. Okay, and we're going to see how fast it dissipates. Now we can see the water right here, the bubble of water still on top of the Seafoam. This has dissolved immediately. Now what happens is it doesn't get rid of the water. It just basically displaces the water, makes it blend with the fuel so that it will readily burn. And you can't get rid of water. It just changes the state. We do not see any drop of water inside the Ethanol Shield. We don't see any drop of water inside the Mechanic in a Bottle, but we do see the drop of water right there in the very bottom of the Seafoam. Now we're going to let this set just for a second. We can see the Seafoam still has a drop of water in the bottom of it. The mechanic in the bottle is completely dispersed throughout the liquid, and then it's completely dispersed in the ethanol shield. Now friends, let me tell you, there is a big difference in these three. Seafoam says it will displace water. We haven't seen it displace water yet. Mechanic in a bottle does claim that it will also displace water. But one of the things about Ethanol Shield, and you've seen several videos, go back and watch my videos on these. Ethanol Shield claims that it not only gets rid of water, but it helps with ethanol as well. I can tell you this is the #1 product out there to get rid of water inside your system. This is probably #2, but Seafoam will help displace water, but it's just taking a little bit longer. And if we look right here, we can see right there on that black dot, there's still the drop of water below it. If we look right here at the mechanic in a bottle, it is completely gone. And then if we look right here at the ethanol shield, it is completely gone as well. We come back, as you can see in that blue dot, if we zoom down in there, you can still see the drop of water. Looks like it may be eating it just a little bit, but no, you can still see it right here underneath this spot. Let's do this one more time. I'm going to put a drop on the ethanol shield. Okay. Mechanic in the bottle. Immediately they start separating the molecules in the water and making it blend with the ethanol shield and the mechanic in the bottle. You can still see that drop right there. I hadn't even put the second drop in, but I will. Let's see how long it takes. Now you can see that drop is right there. It hasn't moved. You see it right there. Now the 2 drops of water blended together. See how it turned that carbon a different shade, kind of a milky color, like in your oil, how when you get water in your oil, it will cause it to turn a milky color. That's what it did with the carbon. That's a telltale sign that there's water behind that carbon. It's just a bigger drop. So we can honestly say that Seafoam does not displace water as well as mechanic in a bottle or ethanol shield. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to light all 3 of these cans, the liquid on these cans, on fire, and let's see how it burns. You see that burning? The ethanol shield one is burning. Okay. The mechanic in a bottle is burning, and the Seafoam is burning. So watch these burn pretty clean. Start watching the smoke. If you can see the smoke come off the back, I can tell you that the Seafoam, you can see the carbon coming off the Seafoam, coming off the Seafoam itself. It's not burning as clean as what the mechanic in the bottle is burning and what the ethanol shield is burning. But look at the water right here, friends. Look at the water boiling and bubbling and popping. Okay? That's what's happening inside your cylinder. We really don't want that. And so that's what can also cause misfires, poor fuel economy, and poor performance. That's quite amazing. We can still see that the ethanol shield, and it just burned it all off. And what you're going to see probably is the water left in the bottle here. We see these 2 burning it off, still burning pretty clean. We don't see no residue over the top. We're going to let those just go ahead and burn just for a second. And friends, if you could smell what I smell, these more smell like if you was to go to a drag race and you would smell the alcohol running, those clean burns, those flames that are clear. That's what these 2 smell like. I really can't describe when I had this up to the camera what the Seafoam smelled like. It was just kind of a poor smell, but you can see that it did burn. This is taking a little bit longer to burn, but there's a reason. You see the color of these 2? There is oil, petroleum distillates mixed in here with mechanic in a bottle, and also ethanol shield. And so what that's going to show us, I believe, when we get done here, and this is the first time I've done this experiment, because I wanted to see it right along with you and see what the results were. I'm going to say when this is done burning, we're probably going to have a residue, an oil residue, which is good for these two strokes because we depend on the oil mixture mixing in with our oil and gas to lubricate our cylinders, our piston rings, and also our bearings inside of our engine. So I'm going to say from what I'm seeing right now, and it looks like the ethanol shield is almost done. I put a little bit more mechanic in a bottle in there than I did the ethanol shield and I did the Seafoam. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. But I can see a little oil residue right here on the top of the can. I'm going to be careful. I'm probably going to burn my fingers when I touch that. But I want you to see the oil residue left here. And it's a good thing because that's what we mix with our gas. This is more of a solvent based. Seafoam is good. Seafoam does work. It is a cleaning agent. I know that other channels have shown that Seafoam doesn't work, doesn't get rid of the carbon. It does get rid of the carbon, friends. It just doesn't get rid of it as fast as mechanic in the bottle and also ethanol shield. Now, see right now that the ethanol shield is done, so it's burned up. The mechanic in the bottle is almost done burning. The Seafoam's been done burning for 3 or 4 minutes now. Still burning clean. There is no residue really coming off, maybe just a touch of smoke. Nothing like what our Seafoam was doing. And really our ethanol shield didn't have any smoke whatsoever. So as we're finishing up here, I want you to see this oil residue on top of this can. And you can see right here, that's oil, friends. That is a good thing. That is an oily residue that comes with ethanol shield and mechanic in a bottle. That is one reason it lubricates so well. So as it's fixing to burn down, it's almost done. Let me go ahead. You can't even blow it out, it burns so well. That's just another good sign that it does readily burn. There is nothing in here that's making it pop, fizz, go crazy, things of that nature like in the Seafoam. And it wasn't what's in the Seafoam necessarily what's doing it. It was that the Seafoam didn't get the water displaced like it needed to. So if we take a look right here at mechanic in the bottle, we got the same oily residue left over. There is still a little bit of water in the bottom of this can. Hey friends, I've got one more can. Let's run Seafoam through the carbon test one more time and see if it can beat its time and see if we can verify the results. All right friends, just so we can do this one more time with the Seafoam. You can see we got another can here. We're going to go ahead and put some Seafoam on here and we're going to see how long it takes. All right friends, it's been just a little over a minute. We can see that most of the carbon is gone. So we can say that Seafoam will take off the carbon. Now this is very light carbon tracing across the bottom of these cans. But it does show you that Seafoam will take out the carbon, but it's not as efficient and it's not near as good as mechanic in the bottle, which was instant removal of the carbon, and ethanol shield, which was in about 3 seconds. It removed the carbon as well. All right, friends, you saw the results of our test. Seafoam came in a distant third, taking almost 45 seconds to a minute. It started dissolving about 30 seconds into it, and it took about a minute to fully dissolve the top of the can. Now, our mechanic in a bottle was instantaneously. As soon as we put it on it, it started dissolving the carbon. And our ethanol shield started within about 2 seconds of putting it on there, and within about 10 seconds, it was completely gone as well. So what about water? So this is where Seafoam even failed even further along. See, nothing gets rid of all the water. What it does is it displaces it, breaks it up, and makes it able to burn. As you saw in our can, Seafoam still had the puddle of water after all the Seafoam burned off. Plus, you saw all the popping and cracking, which is not good. We do not want that happening in our cylinder. It causes misfire, less horsepower, less RPM, and just really unclean burns. Now, what you saw is our ethanol shield dissolved the water immediately, and not too far behind it was the mechanic in a bottle. You can see these two were neck and neck. Ethanol shield is about the #1 product on the market today to get rid of water and to help you protect against ethanol. So, last in both cases, and then our burn test, it was last as well. So, my recommendations: would I use Seafoam to use in my outdoor power equipment, my lawnmowers, my trimmers, and things of that nature? The answer is no. I feel like you're wasting your money if you use Seafoam in that. It's different than vehicles. Vehicles have fuel injectors. They have intakes you can spray it into, and the fuel injectors are pulsing every other revolution of the crankshaft. So what that means is if you're running 1500 RPM, which is 1500 RPM revolutions per minute of the crankshaft. You got those pulses in those injectors going through small little holes, and that allows this to work a little better. None of these are fix-alls, but what I can say is Mechanic in a Bottle and Ethanol Shield are far superior to Seafoam when it comes to outdoor power equipment, your chainsaws, etc. Hey, let's take another look. One last look at this one can. As you can see here, friends, this has completely dissolved the carbon stamp on the bottom of this can. So I just wanted to show you this. I wanted to run a second test just so we can make sure our results were accurate. Hey, I'll leave links to all of this. I am a fan of Seafoam when used properly. I am a fan of Mechanic in a Bottle, although I haven't used it a lot. But I am a fan of Ethanol Shield, and I have all these in the links below. So, hey friends, I appreciate you hanging with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video out. And if you don't mind hitting that hype button, it goes a long ways to help us do what we do here. Hey, look for the next video. Remember, love God and love your neighbor.